Sleep pressure is a process that determines our wake and sleep cycle. The longer we are awake, the more a chemical called adenosine builds up in our brains. It basically registers the amount of time we have been awake. Increased adenosine equals increased sleepiness, of course. This sleep pressure is built up for most people in the region of 12 to 16 hours of being awake. Then so much adenosine has built up that it signals sleep to become overwhelming and shutdown processes start to begin. However, you can mute this natural signal with caffeine. So we're going to discuss this a little bit. Caffeine is not a food supplement. It is a widely abused psychoactive stimulant. Alongside alcohol, it is the longest and largest unsupervised drug study on humans, right? For years, I don't know how long, but very long time. What caffeine cleverly does is that it attaches itself to the receptor sites normally reserved for adenosine. Once attached, caffeine blocks and inactivates these receptor sites. So the pro of this, or the benefit, is it stops you feeling sleepy for some time, right? So great. However, it takes about 5 to 7 hours for the body to remove 50% of caffeine that has infiltrated these receptor sites. This concept is called the half-life, right? So that's how long it just takes to remove half of it. So imagine you're having 2-3 cups of caffeine. How long do you think it's going to take for you to remove just about half of that intake? So you can see, like, it takes a long time to flush out the caffeine and restore normal sleep pressure process. So sleep will not come easily, nor will the deep restorative efficient sleep be restored until all of the caffeine has been removed. All right, all of it. Compound this over days and years. So all the while these receptor sites are being blocked, adenosine is still building up, and there's no off switch. Once your liver has detoxified all the caffeine, you will undoubtedly be hit by this rising tide of adenosine, and you'll be hit with a vicious backlash of this buildup. That's when overwhelming feelings of sleepiness, tired eyes, poor concentration levels, brain fog, energy crashes, these all happen. So if you're feeling these things every day, this is just this back and forth play that's happening, that's built up over years. Most people aren't mentally strong enough to endure this barrage, so they resort back to more caffeine and just restart the cycle again, right? And then obviously it's just going to make it worse later. I'm going to overlay an image in a moment, and it's from a 1980s study NASA did, or an experiment with some spiders. The effects of various drugs on spider web building is called. You can see they were incapable of completing a normal task imperative to their survival when they were induced with certain drugs. Obviously LSD being the worst, caffeine being pretty bad.